Hi, welcome back to your favorite science YouTube series, Sober Science with Emily and Rachel. Today we're going to talk about bodies of water, which I think that we all enjoy.
I love water.
I know.
It's my fave.
So we're going to talk about the three main types of water first.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have, you've got fresh water. So this is something that is less than 1% salt. So
Okay.
you wouldn't be fresh water because you're salty.
Oh, shoot.
Right. But it's important because sodium really helps. There's sodium channels in your brain and they're important for
Yeah, I know sodium's important. You can't just drink a shit ton. You can't just drink a lot of water.
Correct.
In one sitting because you could die because your sodium levels.
Correct. Now apologize to everyone at home
Sorry.
for cursing.
My bad.
I'm working on her. Okay. Now, there's two different types of fresh water. Okay. You got still, so that's like your lakes and your ponds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then moving. So this is a brook, a creek, a stream, a river, a tributary.
Okay. I thought you were going to say still or sparkling.
That too.
Aha.
Now, brackish water is in the middle. So that's less than 3% salt.
Okay.
Okay. So this is like your estuaries, your mangrove swamps, marshes, and some seas and lakes are more brackish.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the water cycle, probably.
Salt.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah. Now then you got salt water. So that's anything that's greater than 3% salt.
That's a small percent, but I guess it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I guess it does.
Because if you can't have 50% salt.
Yeah.
In the water, that's an insane number.
Yeah, but when you taste salt water, you think it's 100% salt.
Yeah, that's probably only 8.
Yeah. Now, so the large ones, you've got oceans and seas and gulfs. And then on the smaller side, you have bays, coves, channels, fjords, lagoons, sounds, and streams.
We just saw Tampa Bay.
We did. All right, so let's start with our fresh water, shall we?
Ooh.
So there are different plants that filter out the stuff.
Okay.
I guess the salt and dirt and contaminant.
Fish poop.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So the Brita filters are algae, cattails, water lilies, and willow trees.
Water lilies.
Yeah. Now the flora here is watercress, duckweed, moss, reeds, and black spruce trees.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fauna you're going to find in fresh water is fish, beavers.
Okay, in America.
Uh-huh. Otters, frogs, salamanders, newt scamander, alligators, turtles, snakes, ducks, geese, hippos, mosquitoes, dragonflies, cranes, gulls, and capybaras.
Oh my gosh! From Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, and they did have a capybara one. Okay, so here we have different bodies of fresh water. Okay, so a lake that has a big surface area and is a lot deeper. A pond, according to whatever websites I looked at when I was creating this, with a pond, sunlight can reach the bottom.
Okay.
So it's shallower and going to have a lot smaller waves, obviously.
Gotcha.
Okay, now a river is something that has a well-defined and a permanent path. So when you're see water running through a ditch, it's not permanent.
Permanent, yeah. That tracks.
And it flows to another body of water. Speaking of tracking, let's talk tributaries.
Oh.
Okay? Because these generally lead to your rivers and your other bodies of water.
Yeah.
So that's a stream is something that's a temporary path. There was a ton of flooding or something. And from what I gather, a brook is just a smaller thing, and generally British people call it brooks, and Americans call it creeks or
a creek. Yeah,
a creek.
Get you down by the creek.
Okay, so let's talk about some freshwater facts.
Yeah.
Now, the Caspian Sea is actually considered a lake, but it is massive and salty. Okay, so
how does that?
Well, apparently this comes down to politics because a sea is international, international waters. It's nobody owns it, but a lake would require ownership.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a Jeopardy question a lot. It's which sea is not actually a sea? Or this area, not actually a sea. Okay, now the Sargasso Sea. Okay, so this is the only sea with no land boundaries. It's like just like a spot in the Atlantic. It's like, I think it's near North Carolina, actually. Like not near, but I think it's like parallel. Like I think we're like in line with it, and it just is like its own little patch of ocean in the ocean, except for it's a sea.
Weird.
And they call it the floating rainforest of the sea. So I guess it's a good time there.
Cool.
Now, 99% of fresh water on Earth is like ice or in an aquifer. 3% of water on Earth is fresh water. Okay, and the three main groups here, you got lakes, ponds, streams, rivers, and then wetlands. Are you ready for some brackish?
Yeah.
So the filters here are mangroves. That's the big thing, right?
Okay.
So mangrove forests are really important because they go between the land and the sea, and they help like filter, and they help the ecosystems like flow together and
Stay balanced.
work. Yeah. So the flora, you got a Java fern, cordgrass, needle rush, and pondweed. Those all kind of sound like STDs. Now fauna, alligators, bull sharks, pufferfish, gobies, mud skippers, frogs, trout, sturgeons, lampreys. Have you seen those? They look like worms and they have like little teeth. Like
Ew.
yeah, it's weird. Salmon, flounders, archerfish, crabs, herring, and tilapia. Mako, can you not? You're not in brackish water.
I'm a shark. You said bull shark. I'm in the picture.
If you lick me, I'm gonna punch you. All right. Now, bodies of brackish water. Okay. You got estuaries. So this is where a lot of alligators like to hang out. Okay. So these are coastal. It's where the streams meet open water. It's a transition zone. It's where you're going from like a river to a maritime kind of habitat. Okay. Marshes. You've got salt marshes, freshwater, like mixed. There's a wetland that's dominated by herbaceous plants as opposed to woody plants. So herbaceous is like your green and woody is like your brown.
Oh, okay.
And then mangrove swamps. So this is a saline woodland where sediments collect. They're often bird sanctuaries. It's where a lot of birds like to raise their young because like people don't really go into mangroves a lot.
Birds aren't real.
That's your opinion. They protect coasts from erosion and storm surge. They're really important. Yeah. Thank God he left. Okay. Finally, we're going to talk about salt water.
Yeah.
Salt water.
The majority of the earth, right?
Correct. Why did I only put freshwater facts? Oh, well. So your filters here. Clams, sponges, krill, baleen whales, flamingos, and jellyfish. I don't know what, like I get the rest of them. I'm not sure what jellyfish filter.
The ocean.
But like for how?
I don't know.
Okay. Flora. Kelp, seagrasses, snowberry, mangroves, halimeda, and papyrus. I feel like no font quite captures the entrepreneurial spirit of like a small town American quite like papyrus. You know? You see somebody on Facebook and they're like my page, I just started my own landscaping company. And you know their logo is going to be papyrus.
Yeah.
It just is. I don't know if it's because
you're not wrong.
Papyrus is a plant. I'm a landscaper. I don't think that much thought went into it. I think they were like, what's unique but not too weird.
Yeah.
So they landed on papyrus. Now the fauna. You got fish such as tuna, cod, grouper, or growper. Grouper. Marlin, mackerel. Barracuda. And eels. Okay. So I say like the fish in saltwater because you know there's some fish that are only like freshwater.
Yeah.
Like
catfish.
Really?
I don't know. That's all I know that's in Jordan Lake, so I don't know.
They like mud, right?
You see a catfish in the ocean.
Well, what about like salmon? Are rivers saltwater? Did I say that?
No.
They're freshwater, so salmon, right? Because they like swim upstream, right? That's like their whole deal.
Oh, yeah.
It's like their defining characteristic.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You got turtles and dolphins and crocodiles and whales and corals.
And sharks.
Mm-hmm. and seabirds. So
Ugh.
this is your penguins, terns, puffins, gulls, pelicans, and albatross.
Mm.
Now, bodies of salt water. Well, my drawings are so cute. All right. So, the ocean, the sea, these are large interconnected bodies of salt water. So it's like it's all one big system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you have a channel. So this is a waterway that is betwixt two land masses.
Okay, yep.
Like, quick, name a channel.
TLC.
We do love TLC. Like, the English Channel.
Oh.
What's the difference between a channel and a canal? I feel like there isn't one.
Probably not.
Well, you heard it here first. A strait, but without the GH.
Okay.
Okay. That's a narrow waterway that joins two bigger bodies of water.
Okay.
Like the Strait of Gibraltar, right?
Right.
We were gonna go to it this summer. So like Spain and Morocco.
Oh, okay.
A fjord, I think it's just pronounced like that.
I think it's pronounced.
Fjord, yeah. Fjord, Bjork.
York.
Is a long, deep, and narrow inlet that's between high cliffs. So, not interested in that.
No,
Yep.
scary.
Now, a sound is an
Mhm.
inlet or a narrow passage that's between the mainland and an island.
Yep. We pass over it every time we go to Emerald Isle.
Mm-hmm. A gulf is a part of the sea that just juts inland.
Gulf Coast.
Mm-hmm. And a bay is a circular area that connects to open water.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, exactly, where we were. And then a cove is just like a smaller bay or inlet that has like a really narrow entrance. So
I know
it's like
coves.
top secret. Do you have any more questions about bodies of water, Emily?
Why did I fail swimming in college?
I think you should probably look within yourself for that one.
Okay. Your book didn't answer that question. Oh, that's what I was thinking.
I think if you look inside your heart, you'll find the answer, even if you don't want to confront it. Thanks for learning about bodies of water with us. Bye.
Bye.